And the Clippers starting five. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the four. And for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Also Seth Curry out there. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the four slot. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, and so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams and what these individual players could be like. And it's Leonard missing. Dallas with the ball. Pass to Finney Smith. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's George. Back to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Here's Beverley. Porzingis with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. A second left. Here's Finney Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. Doncic against Beverley. Curry with it. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Porzingis. No good on the 3. Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And here's George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Morris outside. Shot from 12. And the jumper is on the mark.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Curry against George. With the teardrop. George with the defensive effort.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
This one for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Here's Doncic. Buries it down low.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Now, here is George. Defense is right there. And the pass to Beverley. The 3. Got a hand on it.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. Outside Curry. The tray. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Out left to the wing. Now George. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. The 3 from Morris. The shot off that time. And it's Dallas the other way. 3-pointer. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
And George, here we go. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Dallas.
Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. And Doris, with George and his offense, last season might have been his best effort yet.
Yeah, Kevin, he had to take on more responsibility on the offensive end, and you could tell he has shot more and more threes. He gives his team a much-needed outside threat. You loved everything Paul George is able to give you.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And hard to believe that gruesome injury Paul George suffered, what was it now, 5 years ago? Wow.
It's incredible, Kevin, to think for a player to come back from what we expected to be a devastating injury. This is an incredible story for Paul George. He took the time he needed, and consider last year, for much of the season, he was very much involved in that MVP conversation.
From downtown, Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
Clippers trail by 7. Pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3, sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
George against Curry. Hardaway from outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Here's Leonard. That one doesn't drop. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Boy, tough to contain all that size on the drive. Kristaps Porzingis, 7-footer. Woo-hoo-hoo.
First trip to the line for him here.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
That free throw good from Porzingis.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
Doncic feeling it out. Passes it to Porzingis. And the rejection by Zubac. Beverly against Hardaway. Beverly, the pass to George. Shoots over Curry. George, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
No good from Finney-Smith. Clippers trail by 9. Now here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Sinks that one from the post. Beverly's got 5.
And for Beverly, showing a little in-between game there.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. Morris with the rebound.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
They get it back. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is a career 85% free throw shooter. You do not want to put him at the line.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The first free throw is good. And he's known as the Claw, Kawhi Leonard Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
Leonard hits them both. Doris, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, and now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Here's Morris. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Morris with the bucket. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against Golden State. Leonard against Hardaway. The pass to Doncic. Over Jackson. Doncic, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. There's Jackson with the three. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 5. Takes the three. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Left side Jackson.
Come get it.
It's rebounded by Dallas.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Hardaway, no good. Clippers trail by 5. And Leonard has it in the corner. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Right, the pass to Doncic. Here's Kleba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Right. The teardrop falls in. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Pass to Leonard. Over Hardaway. It's deflected. Doncic against Jackson. It's stolen by Green. Tries it from 19, and the basket by Jackson. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Mavericks. Hardaway passes to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Yo, set it up.
1:27 left to play in the first quarter.
Get Leonard.
Leonard looking around. The feet to Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the first. Mavericks making a switch here. Burks is checked in. He hits the second from the line. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Kleba. Leonard against Hardaway. Inside, Shamet with the steal. Outside Jackson. Passes to Leonard. Shamet on the wing. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Wright finds Burke. Here's Kleba, guarded by Jackson. Now the pass to Burke. Offline with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hardaway against Jackson. Burke with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer, and that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Dallas up by 4, and the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Shamet Leonard are on the wings. Green is out there with Marcus Morris, and it's Jackson in at the point. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The three-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Now, here's Burke, following the miss by Marcus Morris. Dallas moving the ball around. The three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. Leonard, no luck.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Burke dishes to Hardaway. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Now here's Barea. He's covered by Shamet. Clock is at 3. And Hardaway gets it to go.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Jackson. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Burke, the pass to Barea. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleber with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
And he makes the first. Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt. Like, think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here was a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster.
Now, here's George. Shoots over Burke. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Paul George.
Well, that's where Paul George simply refuses to let the defense alter his shot or impede his concentration. So good.
Count the basket. Burke's got his second basket of the game.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Get there.
George looking over the floor. And Green now, top of the key. Pass to Shamet. From deep three-point range, that one misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Porzingis finds Barea, and there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Barea. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here is Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Nobody near George. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
Pass to Barea. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Clock at 4. Porzingis, that's a 2. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Zubac kicks to Shamet. It's stolen by Barea. Now Burke. The pass to Finney-Smith. Now Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Green. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Boy, how pretty is that at 7'3"? Kristaps Porzingis knows he can get his shot anytime he wants.
Beverley, the pass to Shamet. Here's the floater. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches. And this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Mavericks leading by 7. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Beverly against Barea. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Doncic is checked in for J.J. Barea. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now, here's Zubac. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Zubac. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Here's Green after Luka Doncic's bucket. Pass to Shamet. Clock at 6. Shoots over Curry. Los Angeles with another miss. Stolen by Zubac. Jacks up a 3. Curry with the defensive effort. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Luka Doncic, 4th.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for the Mavericks. He hits both from the stripe.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Doncic kicks to Wright. Pass to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
George against Wright. George passes to Shamet. Shoots it. Offensive rebound. Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Clippers have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Zubac. Both good from the line that time. Dallas leading by 7. Doncic outside. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
George up top, guarded by Doncic. They grab their own miss, goes back up. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Curry's shot is good.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now, here is George. He has 7. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. On the wing, Green. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
First one falls for him. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Both free throws good from Doncic.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Knocked loose, out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, Dallas. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
They did a very good job putting that in the rear view and moving forward this season. They still have a long way to go to be considered a top team, but they've definitely made progress.
Now here's Jackson after Luka Doncic's miss. Leonard the bounce pass. George dishes to Jackson. To end the run, and stolen by Wright. Leonard against Porzingis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
You know, I know that he can make the perimeter jump shot, but I really like it when Porzingis is taking it inside and making the defense deal with all that size.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And both free throws good for Porzingis. And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
Jackson kicks to George. Shoots over Doncic. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And it's 9 points for Paul George. Doncic passes to Curry. Outside, Porzingis. And there's the pass to Doncic. Cranes the three-pointer. Doncic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. Here's Morris, and it's right, sending it back. And Curry has it in the corner. Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 11 points.
He's been a marksman this period. Their shot mechanics finally in sync.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Jackson misses. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Curry finds Doncic. Zubats against Porzingis. That one drops for him. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Now here's Jackson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Doncic kicks to right.
Hey, watch the pick.
High, arcing shot, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
So it's the Clippers now. And a deep three from George. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we could only beat ourselves.
And over to Shaq, now your take on the Clippers.
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, Ernie, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Curry. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. Now here's Leonard over Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. 4 on the clock. There's the triple. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And George, here we go. Rebounded by Hardaway. Hardaway has got 5 rebounds tonight. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220 Doris. Is he a point guard, a point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
Two.
And the first one drops.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game, scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
Both free throws good from Doncic. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Beverly dishes to George. Here's Leonard. He has 6. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Hardaway. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact. Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
Two.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
He's perfect from the line this time.
You see, to me, guys, for Tim Hardaway Jr., there's still another level for him to reach. He has proven that he can be a big-time scorer. To me now, it's about consistency and doing it night after night after night.
And it's Beverly missing.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Curry finds Doncic. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now here's Beverly. 5 points in the game. Out to Morris. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
And Curry has it in the corner. No good on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Here's George. Buries the 20-footer. George has got 16.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical, Kevin. How fast does he get off his feet?
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Here's Leonard. Count it. Good. He's got 8. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Tipped away. In the corner, it's Morris. Leonard trying to break free. Another shot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, a solid rebounder at his position. Marcus Morris is capable of contributing in that area.
And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot, Doris, becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
Morris, no good on the free throw.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
Now, here's Burke. Down low, Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And it's 8 points for Porzingis.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Porzingis kicks to Burke. Great D that time from Green.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Here's Burke. Clippers able to drain the three. Pass to Curry. Stolen by George. Beverly wide open. And a miss there on the triple. Mavericks leading by 15. Great D that time from Green.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now, here's George. 16 points for him. 6 to shoot. Pass to Morris. Launches a three. Cans it from downtown.
Timeout.
Morris has got 5 points in the quarter.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Berea's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. Berea with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He kicks to Hardaway. From the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Shamet's got 4 rebounds in this game. 16 feet away. Good on the shot. Shamet's got his second basket of the night.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Kept alive. Clippers trail by 10. And here's Beverly. He's got 8. Morris passes to George. Back to Morris. Here's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 8. Burke with it. Guarded now by Morris. The 3 from Porzingis. It's good from long range. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And the game of basketball is one of runs. And right now, this one's definitely not over.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Porzingis.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
The Clippers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. The first one falls. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. DeLon Wright comes in for Burke. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And Morris drops them both. Now Barea. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Hardaway. Back to Barea. Now here's Marjanovic. 5 on the clock. Bounce pass from Wright. Hardaway for 3. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Shamet the pass to Morris. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Barea against Jackson. The pass to Wright. Outside Hardaway. With the shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Clippers trail by 6. Morris outside. And Hardaway comes to help. Here's Shamet. And Wright pulls it down. And it's Wright with the ball for Dallas. Pass to Barea. Outside Hardaway. Back to Barea. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Two.
That free throw missing. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. Good on the second free throw. Here's Jackson. Pass to Shamet. Morris kicks to Shamet. A step-back shot here. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, he knew what he wanted to do there. Uses that height to get a clean look over the smaller defender.
Right, the pass to Kleba. And here is Hardaway, covered by Morris. Hardaway, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
There's Jackson with the 3. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Mavericks leading by 5. Barea with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Right outside. With some arc. And he lays it up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Passes it to George. George double-teamed. Now, here's Shamet. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Doncic is checked in for J.J. Barea. That free throw good from Shamet. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. Right, the pass to Finney-Smith. Now, Doncic, defended by George. Doncic against Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kleba, and that one drops.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Clippers trail by 6. There's the pass to Zubac. Doncic against Jackson. From deep, George. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Kleba's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. The kick out to Wright. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Wright's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
To halt the run, that's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Jackson.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And here is Doncic. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Mavericks leading by 7. So for the Clippers right now, Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. Now here's Curry. Over George. Second chance shot, and the rejection by Zubac. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Shamet on the wing. Pass to Leonard. Goes up the baseline. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Doncic. Good. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Zubac finds Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Curry. Passes it to Leonard. Looking to get it going. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Right from outside. Up again.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Left side, Leonard lets the 3 fly, sinks the three-pointer.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
Right, the pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now here's Leonard. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter. Doncic outside. The pass to Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 12. Jackson passes to Zubac. Kicks to Leonard. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Got it. Good job in the low post. Doncic has got 11 in the second half.
Boy, no fear from Luka Doncic. When he's near the hoop, he will challenge anyone.
Pass to Leonard. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. It's not going to go for him. Finney-Smith passes to Curry. Doncic outside.
Hey, yo, right here.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for DeLon Wright. And then for the Clippers, Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him. And
what a dunk!
Look out below!
Ooh, wow.
Oh, Kevin, that is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
The offensive rebound.
And, guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Here's Curry, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Yep, that one goes in there. 22 points for George.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Finney-Smith passes to Hardaway. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Passes to Beverley. The 3 from George. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
Well, how about that killer instinct? Paul George understanding he's got it going right now, very confident in his abilities.
Back to Porzingis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
And, Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
The Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Well, you have got to love the versatility of Kristaps Porzingis. Unbelievable shooting touch at 7'3", can also be a monster on the defensive end. Good luck, future of the NBA.
Now, here is George. Beverly dishes to George. Shoots over Curry, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from George.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
Doncic finds Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Doncic. Softly drops in the floater. Doncic has got 13 points in the second half.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
From the baseline, George with the bucket.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Dallas calls timeout. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Now here's Beverly. After Luka Doncic's miss, here's Leonard. Count that bucket. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Here's Doncic. Basket good.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Doncic comes with a double team. Here's Leonard. Misses from close range.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here are the Clippers. Clippers trail by 13. Now Beverly. The pass to George. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Curry. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 22 is their biggest lead. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Porzingis has got 19 points.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Morris with the bucket.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Outside Curry. To the paint. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Shooting one.
Clippers trail by 16. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his third foul of the game. Dallas on defense.
He's really taking care of the ball. That's just his first turnover of the night.
Curry kicks to Doncic. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Dallas.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night, 3 in the first half.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Leonard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Curry against George. Doncic passes to Curry. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 6th assist on the night.
I'll tell you, not a lot you can do on defense there, boy. Curry on a mission to score the basketball.
Now here's Beverly. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. On the wing, Doncic. The 11-footer. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Dallas.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Luka Doncic.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
George, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Now here's Curry. Now here's Hardaway. Doncic outside. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's hauled in by George. Beverly with the ball. Morris outside, and the dunk by Zubac.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Doncic outside, so no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.